Good morning students. Today we are going to start our chapter number 12, that is Algebraic Expressions. So students, first of all in this chapter we are going to understand about some definitions, in which some of definitions you have already done in class 6 also, but let us start. The first one. Can you know about these? What are these? These have some values, like 5 means something 5. Negative 3, it's a virtual value actually on the negative number line, but minus 3 means we want to give, we want to return something, 3 things or 3 rupees to somebody, so it represents that. But they have a fixed value. Can you see? The 5 means 5, minus 3 means minus 3. So the value is fixed. So these fixed values are known as constants. Fine? So this is constant. Second thing, suppose I am writing anything. Can you tell me about these values? I have written only some alphabets. Do you know the values? I also don't know. If somebody will provide the value, then we come to know about these values. So the alphabets which represent the value which is not fixed are known as variables. Okay, so these are variables. Now the algebraic expressions. So you can see the constants, the variables. If they combine with some operations, then they are known as algebraic expressions. So let us do some examples of algebraic expressions, like 4x plus 5. Can you see here? 4 is a constant, 5 is a constant, x is a variable. Now they are combined. The variables and constants are combined with the operation. Okay, what is the operation here? That is plus sign. So these are known as algebraic expressions. One more example I am giving you, like we can write anything in the negative also, maybe 2x minus 3y. You can see in this we have two variables and two constants, and they are separated with a negative sign. So this is also known as algebraic expression. Now students, the fourth thing is, let us just have a look on this expression. What is this? This is an algebraic expression that we have just learned, that in which the constants and variables, they are combined with some operations. Here is negative sign, here is positive sign, so it is an algebraic expression. Now we need to tell what is the term of an expression. This is complete is an expression. Now if I write 3x square, if I write minus 5xy, and thirdly 6y square. So these three are the terms of this given algebraic expression. The terms are always separated by the plus or minus signs. Means only two operations we have to see, the negative or the positive. They are separated by any of the two signs. Then these are known as terms. And in the term, the variable and the constant can be combined with the multiplication sign, as well as can be combined with the division sign. Now the fifth is factor of a term. The fifth one is factor. So what is the factor of a term? Suppose let us take this term 3x square. Now how many factors are there? We have to see. The factors means if we separate the constant and variable, each variable separately. Suppose I am writing it 3x, x. So these are the factors of this term. Okay. And suppose we want to write the factor of this. So what can be the factors? So the factors of minus 5xy will be minus 5, x and y. So these are the factors of a term. Now students, let us learn about the tree diagram. What is that? In this diagram, we used to write first of all the expression. You can see 5x square minus 4xy is a expression. Now this expression further divided into, as it is two terms, so it is divided into two terms, that is 5x square minus 4xy. So after expressions we can write the terms. Fine. And then these terms further divided into the factors that we have just learned. So the factors are 5x and x. And what are the factors of minus 4xy? Minus 4x and y. So this is known as the tree diagram, in which we have written expression first of all, that is given, then we have separated the terms and the terms further separated into the factors. Now students, let us understand the term coefficients. What are coefficients? They may be the numerical factor or an algebraic factor, or they can be the product of the two. How? Let us understand. Let us consider this term. This term is minus 7x square y square. Now, in more general, sometimes we say that the coefficient is always a numerical factor, but it is not always true. How? Coefficient of x square and y square. Suppose this question is asked that what is the coefficient of x square y square? Then, but obviously we will write minus 7, because we need to leave, like coefficient of x square y square means we need to leave this, because we need to tell its coefficient. So this is left. So this will be the coefficient of x square y square. Now, if we want to know what is the coefficient of y square, then we need to separate only this much. So what are left things here? Here is minus 7x square. Now this time it is the product of the two, means the algebraic factor and the numerical factor. This is algebraic factor. Algebraic factor means the variable one. That is known as algebraic factor. So this is algebraic factor, this is the numerical factor. So the product of the two is the coefficient of y square here. Now if we want to tell the coefficient of x square, what will be there? That can be minus 7y square. Why? You can see again, let me write it. This was the term and we need to tell the coefficient of x square. So we need to leave this, and whatever is left in this term is the coefficient, that is minus 7y square. One more example I want to tell you, and that is, see, sometimes the students are confused in this. Suppose the term given is minus x, and the question asked was what is the coefficient of x here? Coefficient of x. Then the coefficient of x will be minus 1. So you have to consider, something is written here, then you can write that. If it is not written, it means this is basically minus 1x, that is not required to write. That is minus x. Now second thing is, if only x is given, suppose one term is given, that is x only, no minus, then what can be the coefficient of x here in this case? So in this case the coefficient will be 1 only. Why? Because 1 is attached with this x. So it means this is the numerical factor here of the x. So coefficient of x will be 1. So you have to remember, you have to focus on these coefficients. Now students, let us understand a very important thing, that is like and unlike terms. Now you know about the terms. Now you should know what are like and what are unlike terms. Suppose this is the given expressions. We have this expression already, and in this expression we need to know about the like and unlike terms. First of all, let me tell you what is like term. The like term is if the terms have same algebraic factor. As you know, what is algebraic factor? Means the factor with the variables. Suppose you can see here 2xy and 5xy. In this the numerical factor is different. What is the numerical factor here? 5. What is the numerical factor in this term? 2. So this can be different, no problem. But the algebraic factor means the variable factor should be same in the expression, that will be the like term. So these are the two terms in which the algebraic factor is same. So these two terms can be known as, or we can say them as the like terms. So the like terms here in this given expression is 2xy and 5xy, because they have same algebraic factors. Now, after this, we need to know about the unlike terms. So it is just the opposite of the like term. As we have just come to know that if they have the same algebraic factor, that is like. But if they don't have the same, means they have different algebraic factors, then those terms are known as, what they are known as? They are known as unlike terms. So what can be the example of unlike terms here? Now you can see 2xy and minus 3x. They have different algebraic factors. It can be a pair of unlike terms. Even if I will write 2xy and minus 4, this is again the pair of unlike term. And if I write minus 3x and minus 4, so this can also be the unlike term. So in this way, I hope you understood about the like and unlike term. This is really important topic for your class. Now students, let us understand one more term, that is polynomial. What is a polynomial? If we write any expression, then in general an expression with one or more terms is called a polynomial. You can write any of the expressions. Suppose I have written this. So this is an expression, so this is also a polynomial. So generally we call all the expressions as polynomials. Yes, we can say the polynomial with one term, two term, three terms. So they also have a separate name. So let us understand that. The expression with one term, suppose we have one algebraic expression minus 3xy. How many terms are there? Here we have only one term. So this type of expression is known as monomial. So we have specific names also for the term 1 is known as monomial. Now, suppose if an expression having two terms, you can see this is an algebraic expression and it is having two terms. So the name given to it is binomial. What is that? Binomial. Now, the third thing is if we have an expression with three terms, you can see there are three terms in any manner. Even we can produce the above one like this. So these both have the three terms, 1, 2, 3. This is also having 1, 2, 3. So the three terms. So this type of expression is known as trinomial. And in general, even more, like we have an expression with 4 terms or 5 terms, that is known as polynomial. They are also polynomials, but they have separate names also. With the one term, that is monomial, with the two terms is binomial, with the three terms is trinomial. So these we have done some important definitions. So just read them carefully. I will send the PDF, don't worry. You have to read them carefully and you have to practice. After this we